I'm Shantell Martin. I'm an artist based in Jersey City. Let's talk about the future of art. When I was a kid, I didn't know being an artist was an option. There weren't any artists or galleries or museums around me. I was actually even the first person in my family to finish school. So the idea of being an artist was something that was completely outside of my imagination. So a fun fact about me is I'm a proud dyslexic, but I didn't know I was dyslexic until I was in my 20s and I was at art school and I was surrounded by so many other people who were also dyslexic. So when I look back, now I know why I didn't go to the library. Now I know why I always failed my spelling tests. Now I know why I couldn't really read those books confidently. And I was punished. It wasn't until a few years ago when I was thinking back about myself as a kid that I had the memory of Comic Sans. Jokes aside, actually a really great font for kids with dyslexia. Comic Sans wasn't that font that was in newspapers or in books or in these scary documents that I avoided. It was quite the opposite. It's a font that feels like it's handwritten, feels super familiar. It feels something like I could have created myself. All of this a few years ago got me thinking about creating my own font, but I saw so many hurdles for me to get there. Because there's such a barrier to enter this industry, we're only ever really seeing a select amount of fonts from a select amount of people. And we would really benefit from opening that up. So I'm launching my own font and it's called Shantell Sans. This might just seem like a font, but it's so much more. There's so much to this font to discover in it. And it's important for me when I look back at my body of work, there's always been words, there's always been fonts, there's always been typefaces within the work that I'm creating. And I think it will be a magical place if I can create that, turn that into a font and release it out there in the world. So how does this all relate to the future of art? I want the future of art to encapsulate three main things: accountability, transparency, and responsibility. You know, we can have art that costs lots of money and is in big fancy institutions, but the truth is we will all benefit when art is actually for all of us and it is accessible. Shantell Sans is an open font license. It is available to everyone. If you are a young woman, a young girl, a young anyone out there in the world, and you are trying to think about what's next, you know, the future of art is the future of the world. When we are more creative, when we are more inspired, when we are more exposed to art that truly questions and truly allows us to think and truly allows us to explore, that is the future.